So here we are once again, middle of your wrestling week. And we have NXT. I'm hearing there's a title change in the works. Let's find out exactly what it is. Let's see what happened, break it down, and have some fun. Welcome to this week's NXT Copious Review right here on Dead on Dave Production. And that starts right now. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? It is your boy, Dead on Dave. I'm back. I'm back after 2 days of no internet. It's been a hellish couple of days to find out that even through everything, no internet for 2 days, missed all the wrestling and everything that's gone on. Fallout 4, it didn't even fit. Like, I had 75% of it downloaded when my internet went down. I go back now, and it's all gone. I got to re-download it from scratch. Cry for me, Argentina, but that's not why you're here. By the way, shout out Wounded Warrior Project. Everybody, thank you so much for your well wishes yesterday on Veterans Day. Thank you for the Day of Remembrance. I really appreciate everybody who tweeted me, wrote me, and said, thank you for your service. I appreciate that. So I'm rocking the Veterans hat there, my Wounded Warrior hat, my alumni hat. So let's jump right into it, man. We got NXT, and as you know, I didn't do it live because I had no internet, so I'm going to do it old school, baby. We're going to do segment by segment, match by match. We're going to have a good old time, and that starts right now. So let's get into it. Let's see what happened on NXT this week. Let's go. Just about 7 minutes in, and we start the show with the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. Looks like he's going to get a match with Baron Corbin. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Apollo Crews comes out and says, and gets him a piece of Baron Corbin's ass. I like this feud. I got a bunch of gas. I'm sorry, it's coming out right now. I apologize. Very unprofessional, but hey, what am I do? You got to burp it out. That's all you got to do. So anyway, Crews gets himself a piece of Corbin's ass. There's no question about that. Well, hell, son, came in and got a piece of his ass. That's what happened. Stomped the butthole of his ass and walked it dry. That's what happened. I mean, basically, he's pissed off. And I like the emotion out of Baron Corbin. It's a different, out of Apollo Crews, rather. It's a different side than what we've seen of him lately. And that's good. Since he's come in, we've seen the jovial, happy-go-lucky. Now we see the pissed off Apollo Crews, and I kind of like it. So, cool situation there. Look, we're going to find out exactly who the hell Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews are from this situation. And that's a good thing. So, let's see how that continues to unravel. Should be a lot of fun. But we didn't get our perfect... No 10? No Ty Dillinger? Come on. They're going back to the commentary booth, and I love how every time they go back to the announcer's table, Corey Graves just looks like he could give zero amount of fucks what's going on. I love it. He always looks annoyed. He always looks agitated, and it's hilarious. I love Corey Graves. He needs to be on Raw or SmackDown, probably both. He's great. So hopefully that'll happen soon. Just a quick little thing in there. All right, I'm going to take off the hat. As much as I love my cherished... Oh, yeah, I do love my Wounded Warrior cap. I'm going to put it right there. But the blonde needs to come out. The blonde needs to come and play. So that's what it is. And really, my head got hot. All right, so let's get back to it and see what's next right here on NXT. Looks like we're going to have an action-packed show with a lot of good stuff going on. So let's see what happens. Here we go. All right, 10 minutes in, and we're about to get ourselves a little NXT six-person tag, rather. The Hype Bros and Bayley versus Blake Murphy and future Mrs. X Vancura, Alexa Bliss. We're going to have a epic love story when we finally do meet. She sees this blonde hair because that's what she likes, so I decided to go with that. She's going to see I need to change this man's life. We're going to go on a violent crime spree throughout the United States and maybe Canada as well. Maybe we'll even come back here to where I live in Europe and we'll bust shit up here. But I have a feeling that no matter where we go, chaos and carnage will follow. She has that effect, it seems like. She's devilishly wonderful, as Dusty Rhodes would probably call her. That devilish woman, baby. Look at that devilish woman there, baby. More than likely. So that's what he would say. That's what she is. And she'd be like, I need you to beat this guy up. Just do it. And I wouldn't, I'd be compelled. Could you say no? No, nobody could. So there we go. Yeah. 6-man tag. Let's get into it. Let's see how this goes. I kind of find it interesting that of all the months and months of the women's division being in the spotlight, now it's virtually the opening match now. That's a little bit troublesome, but I think it's because of the transition period of the division, because Asuka and all them are not really fully into it yet, and they'll be into that title picture soon, hopefully. But until then, we might have to get a little more accustomed to taking a backseat, but we'll see. Let's get into it and find out how this match goes. About 12 minutes in, and man, the crowd is hot for this match. I will say this. They are crazy for the Hype Brothers. They are crazy for Bayley. They're really, really hyped up, and I just can't keep my eyes off of Alexa Bliss's patootie. Look at that butt. Man, she's so fine. So, yeah, there we go. This is about to happen. Bayley gets in the match now. We're going to see Bayley and Alexa Bliss with a little bit of one-on-one action. Now, normally I don't interrupt matches while I'm watching them, but this was interesting to me, how hot the crowd is. They are electric. And remember, this is only 400, 500 people, and they are just red hot for this situation. So that's kind of cool. Let's see how it goes, man. This should be a good match. 21 minutes, 30 seconds in, man. That was fun as hell. That was a fun match. I was not expecting that. A couple of notes from it, man. The first, obviously, Mojo, Zach, and Bayley get the victory. The star of this match to me, aside from Bayley hitting the Bayley to belly on Murphy, which was hilarious, by the way. I'm not always in favor of women dominating a man in a wrestling ring like that. I think it could be counterproductive to where the guy's career could potentially go. But in this situation, I think it's completely fine. I don't think it works against Murphy at all. In the confines of a 6-man tag, I don't think it really matters. But the star of this match, aside from that, was Mojo Rawley. Man, that guy is so over. He is so hyped up. I love it. The "you ain't hype" chants, everything that he does throughout the match. Plus, on top of that, the guy can work, man. He moves well. He's just a really, really good performer. I like what he does. It's a lot of fun. And they get the victory after the aforementioned Bayley to belly splash when they hit the massive hype rider on Murphy, I believe. Zack Ryder, who is redefining himself down in NXT. I think this has been a win-win for him, for everybody. So I think this has been a really, really good tag team. And I think they have a shot at being something on the main roster. The Hype Brothers might be one of the first to get called up of this crop of very talented tag teams, because mainly they don't need to be in the tag team title division, because they are the tag team title conversation, because the story we want to get told, we're about to see Jordan, Gable, and the Mechanics. That story is going to get told, and probably very soon, and that's very exciting. So we don't care about where Mojo and Zach go as far as titles. Them being on the main roster, I think it's going to work. So expect them to make their debut sometime soon, because it's going to work, plain and simple. Let's see what's next, man. Half the show's already been done. Let's see where it goes the rest of it. I'm enjoying it so far. It's been a really fun NXT. Mainly it's been dominated by this one match and a little bit of narrative with earlier stuff, but I've enjoyed it. So let's get back to it. 2 minutes in, I'm laughing, I'm sorry. 2 minutes in, we get there. I'm sorry, 22 minutes in, we get the Ascension with a challenge accepted promo that was just god-awful. Look, I don't like them being this character. Now this is not what they were in NXT. Now they're taking their WWE persona and brought it back down to NXT, and I think it doesn't work, because it's been nothing but a failure, an unmitigated disaster down there. So why bring it up? I have no idea. Why bring it back down to NXT? Makes no sense to me. Let's get back into it. Ooh, it looks like we're going to get a little Nia Jax action. Should be interesting. See who she squashes this week. All right, let's find out. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, 22:30. I don't know how I feel about this. Nia Jax coming to the ring in the back, and they show Eva Marie cut her off and kind of insinuate a little teaming up between the two. Now, this could be interesting. Now, I'm not exactly sure. Things I've been reading is that Eva Marie's push is going forward despite a lot of things that people are against. But this could change things. This could be interesting. Now, I don't know if they're going to use Nia to help push Eva Marie, if she's just going to be muscle, which I think would be a little bit of a disservice to Nia Jax. I don't know if she's ready, though. That's the thing. It's going to be interesting to see how she works with more improved talent. I don't know. I do like this. They've changed her costume again a little bit. They've improved it from last week. It's a better black. It's way more form-fitting. I think it works a lot better than even last week's, which I thought was a drastic improvement from the blue bombshell that we saw the week before. But before you automatically pan the Eva Marie Nia Jax potential storyline, even if they are rivals or friends, this could be an interesting situation. This is it could be no more than a gauging device to see which one of these women are actually ready to take that next step. So this could be good. This could be good. It could be very bad as well. But let's find out. Let's see what's next here and see what Nia Jax does. If she comes out with Eva, let's find out. I want to know. Here we go. 24 minutes in, and we got a very impassioned interview with Apollo Crews. Now, a lot of people have been wondering, can the guy talk? Turns out he can. That was not a bad promo at all. Not the voice you would expect to come out of that man, but hey, it's not so bad. But he is, I like that. He's going to break Baron Corbin. I like that. I like that he didn't just call him Corbin over and over. He said, "You wanted my attention, Lone Wolf?" I like that. That means he could turn phrases, and that's a good thing. So, hey, that's another thing that we need to know about Mr. Apollo Crews solved. So there we go. That's going to be a very interesting storyline. I'm looking forward to it. But let's get back to it and see what Nia Jax does to another poor, more than likely skinny white woman. It should be very interesting. 28 and a half minutes in, and Nia Jax actually dominates Deanna, this newest fresh meat coming in. They have her booked from New Jersey. She got a nice little look to her. She got absolutely crushed. Got zero offense unless you include her pushing Nia Jax's wrist off of her wrist. That's the only offense she got in. Other than that, Nia Jax absolutely dominated. It was awesome. It was really well done. She was really crisp this week too, man. She really did a good job. It seemed like she hit all of her moves. That Samoan drop was absolutely vicious. Everything she did was crisp tonight. Didn't really seem like she botched anything. She seemed very on point. She didn't hurt the girl. So it's a really good thing. I like to see that. This was vicious and it was perfectly executed. So another good step out of Nia Jax. In fact, I think it's her best performance yet. I like the fact that the other girl didn't get any offense in. I think the other two that she's faced up to this point has gotten some offense in it. And honestly, it hasn't looked good. I want to see Nia Jax. God, Nia, I want to call her Nia. Nia, I want to see her just absolutely decimate people. And that's what she's doing. So there we go. That was a good little, I don't know. I don't even know what that was for her. It was a warm-up. She's destructive, man. I really do like her. She brings a different, just completely different vibe to the division. You know, different dynamic, a different look, everything. So it's a very good thing. And it was a good match out of her. So it was domination. I mean, plain and simple. All right, let's get back to it and see what's next. Ooh, quick update. Next week, Nia Jax is taking on Carmella. Oh, man, poor Carmella. So it is a step up in competition for her, so that's good. We'll see what Carmella can do in the ring with Nia Jax. Eesh, this should be interesting. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Shit's going to get real. Ooh, 31 and a half minutes in. Things just got a little more intriguing. Earlier in the night, we know that Alexa Bliss stole Bayley's championship. So we have Bayley in the back looking for her, and Alexa was taking pictures with the title. That was kind of a nice little wrinkle we don't get to see every time. How many times does a villain steal someone's title and then poses for photos with them? Like real photos, like on a white background, and like professional and shit. That was great. I kind of like that. And Bayley takes the title back because Alexa, does the coward thing, puts it down and runs away. It's completely fine. Bayley gets her title, walks away, and walks directly into Nia Jax. So now they're already teasing that situation. And then they just kind of stare each other down until Alexa comes back in the situation and beats down Bayley. Nia Jax doesn't help her or strike Alexa Bliss. Oh, no. her eyes were on one thing. She picked up the title, looked at it lovingly, and then handed it back to Bayley. Things are getting very interesting, but very simple storytelling and storylines within the division. Now, they might not be able to tell the same stories they were before with Charlotte and Becky and Sasha and Bayley and those for the type of matches that they were having. We may not get that. But if they can do things like this to kind of pad the cushion of the matches just a little bit with intriguing storytelling, I think we're not going to miss it too much. It's going to be very interesting to see how they go. I like this, though. It's pretty smart. Let's get back to it, man. 44 minutes in, and we got ourselves a title change. The Vaudevillains, who has probably been one of the worst booked champions on NXT. If there's been any real faulting in the storylines and the booking of champions since NXT has really gotten hot, it's probably been this run with the Vaudevillains. And it's just because they just kind of used them as a means to an end for Blake and Murphy, which pretty much was a mistake since they've done nothing with them since. What we have is so many other tag teams that were getting hot at the same time that they realized that the Vaudevillains just were not the team that needed to be leading this division. So we got a very strange match, and Dash and Dawson get a big victory, but a weird one for a title match. I mean, it's not weird when you consider who was wrestling the match. Dash and Dawson, this is what they do. They just beat the shit out of people, and that's what they did. They absolutely decimated Aiden English's knee here. They isolated him, attacked the knee, and this was such an interesting, and the submission stuff, we haven't seen a lot out of these guys, but this was interesting. They used a move that he used on Big Cass to take out his knee, a double team move from the top rope that absolutely destroys the knee. It looks brutal. And then they go and put it on a submission, and Aiden English had no choice. They already got rid of Gotch. I know his name. Simon Gotch. I was making it because of scrotum stuff. You know, come on. It's a fun joke. It's a joke. Take a joke. They already took care of Gotch. So all they do was just wait him out, and that's exactly what they did with a really nice victory and Aiden English having to give up. I don't know where the story goes from here. Are we going to have a rematch? Is this going to be a rivalry? I don't know. But I definitely want to see more from these guys. And I don't know if we're done with the Vaudevillains. Maybe they lost this to be going up to the main roster. That gimmick is not going to play on main television, but we'll see. This was a little weird to have the title change happen now, but obviously with London close, very close at hand, they don't want to mess around. They want to get the next storyline told, it looks like. So let's see what happens. There's still some show left here, which I thought this was going to be the main event, but it wasn't. Kind of weird. So let's see. Hopefully there's... Oh, Samoa Joe. They're going to close the show with Samoa Joe. Okay. That makes sense. All right, let's get back to it and let's see what Samoa Joe has to say, shall we? So there you have it, Samoa Joe with his big explanation as to why he attacked Finn Balor. And it's probably one of the most logical and direct explanations we've gotten in a very long time if you think about it. Look, I was promised a match. Balor let Regal take it away, so I beat his ass, plain and simple. I kind of like that. And why? Because he's Samoa Joe. Finally, they played up his past a little bit, and I like that, about what he's earned, what he's deserved, what he's accomplished in the wrestling business. That's what they needed to do. That was the next level, the next reasonable step for Samoa Joe. He's such a good heel. So the leather jacket of doom was not necessarily for Finn Balor. No, we thought at least I did, thought him putting on the leather jacket signified a heel turn in the works for him. But no, it was for his tag team partner, Samoa Joe, and that's what we got. And I think it's going to be a very good storyline. They should have a great match, and this segment ends with Samoa Joe putting Finn out, puts him to sleep. Gone, baby, gone. The Kakuna clutch and just absolutely puts him down, and I loved it. I thought it was a really good segment. So there you have it. There's NXT this week. I am back. My internet's back up. So there you go. We're going to be live tonight. SmackDown. We'll be back live. That's right. I'm here, and we're doing it. So live tonight, SmackDown. Make sure you're a part of it. right after SmackDown. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you thought of it. Call in. Get your voice heard. All that good stuff. Because you're not going to find a better review in all of the interwebs than right here on Dead on Dave Productions. So thank you guys very much. We will see you next time. Make sure you check everything out on the channel and in the community. Check out my boy Tommy C over at Shot from the Point. Make sure you go check it out. The most badass hockey podcast in all the known land. So go check that out. Also, you know what? I was going to plug my man, Real Talk, but I'll let the promo do the talking. So right after this, you'll see that. So there we go. Other than that, that's all I got. Thank you guys very much for joining me once again right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, kiddies, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace. Keep it copious. Every so often, a musician emerges that changes the landscape of their genre, changes the definition of what is, alters the rules set by those who came before. That musician brings with him music that shatters the image of the status quo, music that transforms, music that ushers in new inspiration, new ideas, and new life. That musician and that music is here.
And the best in the biz.
December 17th, 2015, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah presents Black Mozart.